Welcome back to North of 7 Disc Golf. Walk with me to the first tee and I'll quickly explain what we're going to do. We're back on my local course at Sharon Hills Park. Fairly short course, and we're going to do what might be controversial to some. I'm going to play around with only disc I purchased from Temu. I am not sponsored by Temu. You can see how many people view my videos. Nobody's sponsoring this channel. It's just I started out using Temu discs and I thought I'd circle back around to using them. I know some people really don't like supporting Temu or think you're undercutting actual disc golf companies who are doing research and development and making molds and stuff. But I'll talk about, as we're playing, sort of why I ended up with some Temu discs and why I think I should start them again. So I'm just getting up to the first tee now. So let's play around to disc golf. All right, hole one is 140 feet just up there. I'm going to use what I'm going to use for an approach disc today. It's the Eagles Wings, not Wigs. There was one made with the typo Wigs. I didn't get it. I got the Wings. I used to use this a lot as my approach disc. So I'm going to try it here and see what happens. Try and go straight under those trees. Okay. Thought I almost aced it. I was going to ace it there. So great shot. Looks like we're going to have a birdie tap in with our first hole in Temu disc. Let's go check it out. So I'm putting with the GP1 from Disco. I think my bag is entirely Disco and UFO discs. I feel like they're sharing a manufacturer because I think this is identical to the Eagles Wings, just stamped differently. Feels the same now. I am kind of putting with premium plastic. But there's our birdie. So great start. Grass is wet. We're going to have to dry some discs in between. But that's all right. We're -1 heading to the second hole. Hole 2, 261 feet up there under those trees. We're going to go with the, I don't know, the name wore off on this one. I had two versions of this. Again, one XUFO, which is this one, and one was Disco. And they're exactly the same. I swear they're just coming out of the same place and getting stamped different. I wrote the flight numbers on this because everything wore off so fast. So it's a 9.5 -2.1. I used to throw this disc a bit and I used to like it. I haven't thrown it in a while, so we'll see. Just trying to get it up there far. Still trying to keep the nose down. In progress. Let's see. I kind of like it. Get under. What the heck? Should I be throwing Temu discs all the time? That is two of the better tee shots I'm going to have on these tools. So we're going to have a birdie putt. Let's go check it out. So I'll take a minute to explain why I have Temu discs. I started disc golfing last summer. And again, I live in a place where winter was severe and you're not golfing much in the off season. So haven't played a ton. And when I started out, I just wanted more discs and different discs. And at that time, Temu discs, I was paying like around $10 for each one. And honestly, they feel really nice. Flight numbers, I don't know, sometimes accurate, sometimes not. But they were about half price or a third of the price of the major brands. And when I was starting out and didn't know if I was going to stick with it or love it or whatever, I wanted a cheaper option. I'm not going to lie to you. So that's why I bought a bunch of Temu discs. Liked the majority of them. There's one in my bag today that I dislike, but we may end up not even having to throw it. We'll see. Those prices are not the same now. I go on Temu and I see those same discs are $23 to $30. So as a Canadian, that's about what brand name discs cost anyways, about $25 to $30. So that price gap isn't the same as when I started. But I don't know, got me to experiment with a whole bunch of different discs and some of them were totally fine. I get people's criticisms of it, but anyways, we'll roll right into this putt, I guess. Since there we are. Grab our GP1 and hopefully if we birdie, I've only birdied this hole a few times in my life. Wow. Okay, 2 down after 2 is kind of nuts. Temu discs for the win so far. But let's keep playing. Hole 3, 320 feet up there on the left. Never birdied this hole. So if a birdie somehow happens here, we're going to have to think long and hard about adding some Temu discs back into the bag permanently. So we're, again, just trying to get under these trees and push as far as we can. It plays a little longer. It's uphill. I don't have a big arm, so I can't get there, but we're inching closer as the season goes, as we do our field work. Don't just miss that tree. Okay. Not great. I mean, not bad. We're in front of the rocks, which is what I aim for. That'll leave us a reasonable approach shot. So we just slid over the rocks, which is pretty much a standard spot for me to be. So again, no worse than playing with my brand name, more expensive discs. Eagle wigs for the approach instead of my Luna. This thing used to be a basket finder when I started out, so here's hoping. Nope, just grip locked it. Come back. Ugh, that sucks. That's gonna make a par difficult, but that's what happens sometimes. All right, so we got work left to do here. This is a no bogey course is the goal, so this is kind of a big putt right here. Putting's been better lately, but not my usual putter, not my usual plastic. No excuses. That's a bogey. That sucks. I mean, it's not the end of the world because we birdied 2 and that almost never happens. So it puts us at -1 after 3, which is usually where I am going into the 4th hole. Hole 4, 175 feet, should be a birdie almost all the time. We're going with the Star Bison. I used to love this disc, threw it all the time, 5403. It's my first experience with a disc changing flights as it beats in. I feel like it goes way straighter than it used to. It used to be pretty overstable. Now I find it pretty straight, but we'll see. I haven't thrown it much lately at all. And side note, enjoying carrying a satchel. Satchel with 7 discs instead of a backpack with 20. Feels kind of nice. Okay, just trying to get it putting range. Parked would be obviously the best. Well, ace would be the best. Why not? We shouldn't eliminate that from possibilities. So let's just ace it then. Okay? All right. Maybe. It's going to be parked, I feel like. Damn. I think that's right under the basket. So if I'm wrong, I will show you, but I'm just going to tap that in. You don't need to see it. That's going to put us at 2 under heading to the back 2. Not bad. Here's where things get interesting. Hole 5, 235 feet. I'm going to use the XUFO Starbat, which in my limited experience with it last year, I didn't like it. So I haven't really thrown it. It looks like it's brand new, basically. And this is one of the holes where you can lose stuff. So again, never on camera have I successfully pushed past that big tree on the right and crashed back left, but that is the plan. I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. It's happened a million times off camera, but never on. So here's the first time. I'll try to get out of your way, but there's not a good place to position this camera on this. All right, Star Bat. See what you got. Nope. Oh, maybe, actually. Kind of did it. It just kissed the backside of the tree and dropped down right beside it. So that's not bad. That's a putt. So we do have a birdie putt. It's not one I'm going to make a whole lot of the time, but it's not impossible. So let's see how it goes with the Disco GP1 putter S line. PDGA approved. There you go. You can tour with these discs. I mean, it's not the worst putt in the world. We're going to take a par, and pars are okay on this hole. That will put us at 2 down after 5. Hole 6, 227 feet straight up there. Struggling a little bit with disc selection right now because there's no good place to land other than the fairway. Normally I just baby an it? Since I lost my Disco Owl, which was the one Temu disc that had stayed in my bag. I lost it up here somewhere last week. We're going to go with the Starbat again and try and throw it straight, which is a struggle for me because I just default into hyzer a lot without even knowing it. So we're just going to try and get this guy straight up there. On the fairway is fine. Take a par and get out. Birdie if we get real lucky. That's got to come back. And it kind of did. I think it's findable. We're not in the fairway, but we're going to go hunting. Well, it's right here. Actually, pretty easy to find. We've got no clear path to the basket. We have to get crazy and go around. That's fine. Pars are good. No lost discs. What is that? We're still 2 under after 6, heading into the super long 7th hole that I've never birdied in my life. Let's go to it. Hole 7, 295 up the hill, plays much longer. We're going with whatever this XUFO 9 speed is that I have. That we threw amazing on the 2nd hole. So again, just trying to stay nose down, trying to get out on that hill. Closer to the trees is better, line to the basket. Nose down, fly far, please. That's actually kind of great for me. Like, these Temu discs, man, they're not holding me back. I am playing normal to better with these discs right now. Now, whether that's the discs or whether that's just, it is a perfect day for disc golf. Like, mostly cloudy, it's like 20 degrees Celsius. There is not a breeze in the sky, so conditions are pretty much ideal. But these discs don't feel bad at all. The plastic actually feels really nice. Maybe you've got to throw them and not trust the flight numbers. And I'm not here to promote Temu in any way. I'm just here to honestly evaluate these discs for you guys. And if you're starting out and if they're still super cheap, again, I haven't seen them very cheap lately. I mean, it's up to you if you want to try them or not. It's possible we have a birdie putt on a hole I've never birdied. So let's get up and see. So that drive is in my top 3 ever on this hole. So that is now 2 tough holes, 2 and 7. With this 9 speed from XUFO, I've outthrown my normal drives when I'm throwing 12 speeds and stuff. So probably because my arm speed isn't a 12 and the 9 flies the way it's supposed to a bit more, probably still not even. But it may go in the bag because I'm throwing it really well. I might take a run at this because I've never birdied this hole. And it'd be super cool to do on the Temu disc video. Okay, that is going to be a tap in for par, which on this hole is great. So that leaves us at 2 under, heading into 8, 9, and 10 that are all birdieable. If we can get to 5 under with Temu discs, because my average I would say is -1, -2. So anything beyond that, the Temu discs are doing their job. So let's go try. Hole 8, which for me is a bit of a trap hole. It's only 172 feet up there, but I have choked on this hole so many times. It's even on my last video, I think it was. I bogeyed this hole 172 feet with a terrible tee shot, a terrible approach. So we're going to use the Star Bison, again, because I think I can throw it straight and maybe low. So we're going to try out and not hit this kid playing baseball right here. Just let them get out of the way, as they're right in the way. And we're gonna have to let them know that we're here, I guess. Sir, heads up, I'm just going right over. Thank you. I think you're a good luck charm, because that is not usually how well that goes. Thank you. All right, looks like we got a putt. Let's go. We absolutely parked it with the Star Bison. So for the record, that is now hole 1, hole 2, hole 8. I've played better with the Temu discs than I do with normal discs. And I play this course all the time, like 4 or 5 times a week. And so the Star Bison is trying to claw its way back in my bag. And that XUFO 9 speed is also sort of demanding a slot in my bag. I got some things to think about, but that puts us -3 heading into 9. So let's go. Hole 9, 125 feet up that hill. I'm going to make what could be a bad decision. There's only 1 disc in the bag I haven't thrown yet, and it's the one Temu disc I really have never liked at all. It is the GP2. So it is a putter and approach 4302. I think it's supposed to be like a zone, basically, which I have gotten better at throwing a zone. So I'm hoping I'm better at throwing this, because this is like, I call this hole basically an auto birdie. So I'm hoping I'm not throwing away a stroke by making this disc choice, but let's find out together, I guess. Oh, we should be fine. Just sit down. Yeah. Oh, a nice roll. It's parked, so that's going to be a birdie to put us at what? -3, I think. Again, once I do the editing, I know for sure. But I think we're at -3 after 9 holes. So we'll head to the locally made 10th hole to close this round out. Hole 10. I think it's about 180-ish feet. It's not officially a hole. Again, the only kind of tee pad on the course is the hole they've made up. So it's up there. I think you can see the basket on the left. So we're going with the Star Bison again because it seems to kind of do what we want it to do. So let's see, we got the same guy watching us as before. He was good luck last time. Turn, fade, fade, fade. Too far. Too far and too right. It's going to be a long putt, tough to make a birdie, but we're going to try. So that's kind of what I was saying about that disc. I feel like last summer it would have sort of faded much more than it did, but since it's whacked a few trees in its life, the flight sort of changed on it, it feels like, and it goes straight. I would love to make this for birdie to go 5 under, right? Pretty sure that tracks. I think we're 4 under right now. Sorry if I'm wrong. I'll make adjustments in text on the screen, but I need this. Yes. No. But easy par. Puts us at 4 under. Few things to think about off of this Temu-only round. Like I said, there's a couple discs that may have to go back in the bag, and I really appreciate you guys checking it out and watching. Leave any comments, ask me any questions. I promise I'll reply to you. Thanks for joining me north of 7, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, everybody, take care.